opponents with an expansion for longer than you have, that is bad news bears, because their income will eventually win them the game if they are not stupid about controlling their units. And it looks like Bench may have actually heard me saying that just now as he is putting up a command center in his base, going to be flying that over to his expansion once that is finished. And it looks like you have an observer outside of his base, so you're going to see his army here. He has a few Marauders, it looks like one Marine and a few Vikings out here. And on the unit overlay, you can see that I have a very diverse unit mix right now. Got a couple Zerglings in the mix, an Overseer in case they decide to go some kind of cloak tech like BTs or Banshees. Then of course Mutalisks and Roaches, as well as the couple of Queens for the additional production at my main base. And looking back at your army here, it looks like you have a very sizable amount of Stalkers here moving up towards the light blue player Bench's base. So at this point, are you getting ready to attack right now, or are you just trying to contain, or what exactly is going on with this right now?
Yeah, I do have vision of that army that he has right there with that observer just right outside of his expo. So I think I am going to go in and see if I can take this army out. One thing I did also want to mention is that you need that observer if you're going to use Blink effectively. You have to have vision of the high ground. So I always like to have a observer with my Stalker army so that I can, blink up and down from, whatever position I'm at.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like those Marauders are going to force you to step back, although I am coming in now with some Mutalisks and Roaches here, trying to give you a hand so that you can actually take this army out and move up into their main base. And here comes the blink right now. You have the observer up on the high ground, and you are blinking up to that high ground. So now you are inside their base, have managed to pass their, basically bypass their wall and successfully, picking off a couple of their medevacs. And it looks like I am going to have to try to hold this ramp while you move in to do some harassment right now. You have your Stalkers on the back of their mineral line, moving in, picking off a few SCVs. Their SCVs are going to have to run away, although still suffering some casualties there. And it looks like the Immortals and Zealots are going to move in from the purple player Kosss right now. He is going to be able to get in there since he was able to take out all the Roaches that I had. With how many Immortals he has, those of course just melt Roaches away at this point. So those very, very powerful against what I was trying to use, although it looks like you're going to be able to get most of these Stalkers out of here with a decent amount of health because of the blink ability. So definitely kudos to you for that micro. Oh no, they get trapped by the Marauders. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, a little bit of a mismanagement there from my part. I was hoping that I could have done a little bit more damage with those Stalkers on his mineral line. But I took him off his mineral line for just a moment, and that does hurt your economy quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Even just a hand, I think you had him off the line there for maybe 10 seconds. That is a very significant amount of minerals there, so that is definitely going to set him back a little bit. It looks like Kosss is researching his upgrade for the range of the Colossi, so we are going to see him pumping out some Colossi here pretty soon, it looks like, although he is still building Immortals right now, so I'm not sure exactly when he's planning on doing that tech switch. He is very Immortal heavy right now, actually looking across the map. I'm going to pull up the units overlay here, and it looks like he has 4 Immortals right now, and of course he does have more building. So that is actually a pretty large amount of Immortals, and it looks like they are coming up into your base right now. Lots of Immortals and Zealots attacking your front lines as these cannons come up, although a huge amount of Zerglings swarming in. Of course, Zerglings are a very good counter against these Immortals because they do not activate the hardened shields.
Yeah, right. I was just about to mention that with that amount of Zerglings, I think those Immortals are going to be pretty useless, and they definitely were.
They just got completely walked over, and of course your pylons and gateways that were going up at the front of your base are able to go up successfully here. And it looks like the remaining forces from Kosss and Bench are going to be pushed back by the combined pressure of these Zerglings and Mutalisks. So you are going to be safe inside your base, able to macro up some more Zealots and Stalkers, of course.
Thanks for the help, buddy.
No problem. Of course, this being a team game is so important. You know what? I'm just noticing that I do not have a lot of drones on my expansion right now, so I'm not sure if I am just not doing a very good job at macroing up the drones, or if I was actually ransacked and did not catch it or something. I'm not sure what happened there exactly. Although it does look like I have 2 hatcheries inside of my main, so a huge amount of production capabilities available to me right now. And right now only 6 Mutalisks on the map for me, and if we look at the production overlay, you can see that building 7 more right now and 10 Zerglings, so a lot of units starting to come out to mount some sort of offensive here.
Right, you're doing such a great job of using that spawn larva ability with your queens. I'm sure you've noticed, but whenever I play a Zerg, that's something I don't do a very good job of, and that's why I suck so bad with them.
Of course, yeah, Zerg. If you're going to use Zerg, spawn larva is definitely crucial for keeping your production upgrades. But moving over the map here, it looks like you and I have a very sizable army here consisting of primarily, it looks like Zerglings, Mutalisks, and then of course you have Stalkers and Zealots. And it looks like my Zerglings and Mutalisks moved in a little early there. We're able to take out the forces that were defending it, but I did lose most of my Zerglings, it looks like, and one Thor on the map for bench, which is very strong against the air of the Mutalisks because they do the splash damage, of course. But fortunately, that is enough Mutalisks to actually take that Thor down without any problems. And it looks like there is no help coming from his ally right now, so bench basically trying to take both of us on by himself at this point, and it looks like we were able to take down that expansion pretty quickly here, and all of his SCVs at his main are going to go down. So bench at this point is in a very, very bad spot, and we see that Koss's army is moving out right now, but he has still got 2 Immortals, which are not going to be very strong against the armies that we're bringing right now because he has not yet done a full tech switch, although he does have 1 Colossus out, but it looks like bench is going to GG already. So this game going to 13 and I know that, again, we've been criticized for only putting up games that we win, but it seems like the games that we lose, we just get completely stomped, and it's not even fun to watch. So
I was going to mention, we were going to put up a loss that we had the other night, but we watched it over again, and it was a 42-minute game. I don't really think you guys want to sit down and watch a 42-minute game of us getting dominated.
Yeah, not to mention that takes an extremely long time to cast. So but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this game. I will be doing some more shoutcasts coming up in the future here as well, and I am keeping an eye out for new tournaments. Of course, the HDH Invitational is running for HD StarCraft and Husky. If you guys do not keep up on their channel, that has actually been a really cool tournament to watch because there are a lot of big names in there, so definitely check that out if you haven't had a chance to yet. And as always, recommend the channel to anyone and everyone that you can. We are on the eve of giving away the next beta key when we reach the 500 mark here. I think we're at like 492 or something like that, so only a handful of subscribers away from giving away another beta key, which of course we are wrapping up towards the end of the beta, but hey, a little bit of beta is better than no beta, am I right? But anyways, thank you once again for shoutcasting this game with me, 13, and we look forward to bringing a lot more games to you guys, so definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. 13, did you have anything else to say as we shut this VOD down here?
Not much, man. Hopefully we'll lose a good game here soon and we'll be able to cast that one, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we hope to see you guys around here soon, and definitely recommend this so we can get more subscribers on here and give those keys away. GG.
GG.